been the wildest day of the year. This has, over the past 24 hours, seemingly every VTuber with this agency has now left, alongside numerous financial issues coming to light.
I am leaving VShojo.
If you think you've ever had to fucking break bad news to people,
払っていたとしても、KSONに払っていたとしても大丈夫だったっていう感じですね。
You're telling me you could have paid me?
I truly trusted the company. And this has been, like, deeply upsetting to me.
I want them to sign a non-compete so they can't do that. So VShojo can't go to the sponsor and be like, no, she'll do it for this much, just so they can give me the sponsor and they get their cut. I don't want that. Very standard thing. They didn't want to sign that.
This is the calling to all us corporate slaves. Shut it, fuck this shit. Just shut up your mouth, you fucking corporate pig. Let me call it as it is. All your stupid shit, just leave me gagged, don't say.
Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by VShojo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000. The Immune Deficiency Foundation is a charity that is near and dear to my heart and has a particular significance in my life. When my health first started getting really bad, the Immune Deficiency Foundation helped me immensely when I really had nowhere else to turn. I was terrified, I was lonely, and I was confused. I honestly didn't really know what was going on, and I never ever want anyone else to go through that. This entire situation has broken me. I just wanted to do something good and to give back to a community that helped me. But unfortunately, that's not the case. As much as I would like to continue to talk about this, unfortunately, I can't.
but I will tell you guys how I feel about it. Because I think I'm well within my legal right to do that. And I'm fucking pissed off, man. It's been really frustrating. I've, to say the least. Obviously, I've, known about this for quite some time now. Up and mouse, deal with it as much as possible, and as much as you can do. And man, it fucking sucks. It sucks a lot. And I'm still kind of like coming to terms with the breach of trust, which I think is, something that I think is obviously being, because everyone's talking about the charity money, and that's really important, and the talents have been lied to. But I think, like, man, what a colossal fuck up to absolutely ruin the trust with, like, all of the talents in my mind. And with Mouse, like, the one thing that you have to do as an agency is just keep your talent safe. Like nothing you do should ever put them in a point of jeopardy. And so it's just so depressing that this happened. And I know that, like, I don't want to talk for Mouse at any of this, because that's not, I think, this is Mouse thing. But, like, Mouse already had a hard time trusting people, so it just fucking makes me so fucking mad that someone that and people that Mouse trusted kind of took advantage of that. And I'm really, really, really angry about it. I know I am not shouting and all that stuff. Lord knows I want to. But man, I'm just sad. I'm just so sad. I'm so sad. So one thing that I was like, we should do this is that we should talk to the Immune Deficiency Foundation and kind of explain what's a bit about what's going on. And man, that is like if you think you've ever had to fucking break bad news to people in your life, dude, I mean, I normally don't like get upset or cry about things, but like, man, like having to, you know, deal with that was just like so ridiculous. Because, you know, me and Mouse have both spent so much of our online time and the work that I do here, and the work that Mouse does, like advocacy for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. And, you know, I genuinely see all the immune deficiency people like family. Like we have calls with them every month. We walk through what they're doing. We walk through all the fundraisers that we're doing and where the money's going. Like, we talk to patients. I've interviewed people who have benefited from the charity, and I've gotten to speak with them. And like this, it's so hard when you donate money. Like there are so many people who are being so generous in donating money. It's so hard to see that money and to imagine that you like helped someone, and to see the direct benefits of that. But you know, I've been really fortunate where I've been able to like actually talk to so many of these patients who have benefited from this money, and who have been able to increase their quality of life because of this money. And so to like kind of hear that like people won't get it really fucking hurts. Because again, I've spent so much fucking energy, and Mouse spent so much energy on raising money for this charity that, you know, like without them, we wouldn't have Ironmouse streams, you know? Like they are such an important aspect of Mouse's life. And yeah, sorry, getting a little sad. Get a little sad, man, when I think about it. Because and then I started thinking about like, man, like we hear about Ironmouse, and we're so lucky that we hear about Mouse's story and Mouse's journey. And then I get so fucking sad that I think like, damn, it could have ended so much more differently if there wasn't people who were trying to do the right thing. And that makes me really fucking angry. So yeah, that's really tough to deal with. But I think it's been great to see the support the Mouse has gotten so far. And when I was talking to Mouse, and Mouse obviously extremely nervous about doing this, releasing this, obviously, as this is like such a difficult thing to do. And Mouse is not a drama person. Mouse is not a confrontational person. Mouse is not the type of person who would get into this. Mouse would do everything in her power to not let it get to this point. And so to see it kind of like get there, and just watching Mouse being like torn apart by this was, yeah, made me really fucking angry. And I really hope that the people who are responsible for this, I hope that they're held accountable, and that there is some form of justice. How can you fuck this up so much?
Her main thing was putting trust into people to help her, and getting promised up and down, yeah, we're here to help you, and we want to do things for you, and we want to work together, etc. And then having a situation like this happen, it's not just the charity money, she herself as well is owed a ton of money just on her own end, not even related to that, To find out that all of this is happening is just, it's really tough for her.
I quit VShojo today.
はい。
VShojo 辞めます今日。
はい。
はい。31日予定でしたけど、今日辞めます。I quit. This is very wrong. ローさん。
はい。
Very, very wrong. You're telling me that VShojo JP was doing good? Looked like, at least.
はい。
Doing good.
払っていたとしても、ケイソンに払っていたとしても大丈夫だったっていう感じですね。
You're telling me you could have paid me?
そういうことです。
Then where is it? Where is it? I want it now. Oh. Did you just die? What?
いや、
I truly trusted the company. And this has been like deeply upsetting to me. A few years ago, I was in a situation where I thought about quitting VTubing, giving up all of my dream. I quit everything. But then, after I joined VShojo, I thought everything will be alright. And then I felt like I could tell you guys that, hey guys, thank you for always having my back, but it's gonna be okay. Now it's gonna be alright. That's how I really felt when I joined. I am just so sad right now that... And I am so sorry that I need to make an announcement like this and make you guys worry. I am really, really sorry.
Yeah. Literally fucking sucks. And also, I made a tweet opening up about them recruiting me in 2023. Let me just talk real quick about this, because I opened a can of worms. So I have a list of like non-negotiable values. I absolutely, entirely, without a doubt, non-negotiable. I also noted some red flags that I noticed right away, but keep in mind, those are when I at this stage of the contract, when I call them red flags, it is more so I've been dealing with contracts for a while at this point in my career. Lots of contracts are, I hate this word so much, standard contracts. So things you can negotiate. You can negotiate, right? My biggest contract was the revenue share. I did not like how their revenue splits with merchandise and similar things. I'm not gonna go through the whole list like in detail. It is literally like a 2-page fucking doc, bro. But they wanted too much revenue share, way too much. Like, that was absolutely not it. And the money they offered me in exchange for taking this much of my revenue was just not even that was an insult. It was an insult. The money they said they would provide me with each month for stuff like concerts, models, assets, commissions, whatever, it was an insult. With how much they take, it's an insult. I also didn't like how they kept calling 50-50 splits. That was a genuine red flag, because they kept calling 50-50 splits the what was that word? Industry standard. Any corporate that hires you and always puts emphasis on industry standard, run. Run. First of all, 50-50 is not the industry standard. Also, third-party deals was also the biggest red flag. They wanted 5% on third-party deals. I wanted them to negotiate it down to 0. If you don't know what third-party deals are, third-party deals is stuff that they have nothing to do with. It's me doing stuff. Mine. If Mythic brings me an offer, they want 5% on top of Mythic's. Like, what? Nah, so I was like, negotiate this down to 0. One thing that wasn't a red flag at first, I also told them, stay the fuck away from gamer subs. Stay the fuck away. Literally, stay the fuck away. And at first they were like, sure, fair. But then they tried to be dodgy about it, and they were like, for the time being, yes, until we renegotiate the contract. I was like, no, stay the fuck away. No renegotiation. And the excuse for this was, as part of VShojo and part of the brand name, part of the income and opportunities that come my way are due to VShojo in my name. And I said, no, all of these things are stuff I did myself. You don't touch it. So yeah, the biggest red flags were, one of them was they refused to go down to 0% third-party deal fees. Again, third-party means Mythic gets me a sponsor, and VShojo isn't touching it, and they refused. The by far biggest red flag was I asked them to sign a non-compete based on gut feeling and hunches I may have had from rumors that have made their rounds. I asked them to sign a non-compete between them and Mythic. Let me explain what this means. A non-compete means that if Mythic gives me sponsors. So what Mythic is, so Mythic Talents, I'm part of Mythic Talents, which is the same as UTA and other places. They give you sponsors. VShojo's talents have also been part of mostly UTA. Long story short, what they do is they read my inbox, they pass on the sponsors, they negotiate sponsors for me. They give me sponsors. I asked VShojo to add or sign a non-compete clause in the contract. So I was like, sign a non-compete, because if Mythic gives me a sponsor, let's just keep math really simple, right? If Mythic gives me a sponsor and says they'll pay you $100 if you play this game for an hour, I don't want VShojo to be legally able to go behind my back and contact the sponsor and say, she'll do it for 80, just so VShojo will then give the sponsor to me and they will be able to take the cut. I want them to sign a non-compete so they can't do that. So VShojo can't go to the sponsor and be like, no, she'll do it for this much, just so they can give me the sponsor and they get their cut. I don't want that. Very standard thing. They didn't want to sign that. They said, when I brought this up, I have proof of everything, by the way, and before anyone tries to pull some weird sneaky shit or VShojo tries some weird sneaky shit, I have proof of everything. They were like, hey, we operate on a trust basis. And I was like, don't give a shit. Don't care. It's a contract. There is no trust in a contract. There is no trust basis. I know people like, there is no trust. There is no we don't operate on jack shit except for the black on fucking white on this fucking contract. Trust basis.